Welcome to this video about self-love and narcissism. In this, we're going to cover how self-love differs from narcissism. Because the idea that self-love means you're narcissistic is the biggest hindrance today to creating love for yourself, to accepting yourself. So let's take a look at how these two are different. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be convinced that self-love is not the same as narcissism. And you will change your base belief and get into an experience of self-love. So let's take a look. Self-love means that you believe in yourself, whereas narcissism means that you believe you are better than others. Self-love means that you are in tune with your own emotions and extend the empathy to others. Whereas a narcissistic person would lack this ability, would lack empathy. Self-love means you're able to provide internal validation to your own inner child. And you don't depend on the external validation from people. Whereas narcissism means that you only depend upon the external validation from people. You thrive only when people tell you how great you are. Self-love is to accept responsibilities for one's action or mistakes without really being overly critical of your own self. However, if you're narcissistic, you're not taking responsibility of your mistakes or flaws. Instead, you believe that there are no flaws. You believe that you are perfect. Whereas self-love does not mean that you're perfect. It means you know you're flawed, you know you can make mistakes, you take responsibility for them, but you do this with love. You do this with acceptance of yourself, understanding that while you're not perfect, it's still okay. It's okay to not be perfect. Self-love means that you understand that you're not perfect and you accept yourself despite all the imperfections. Whereas narcissism believes that nothing can be wrong with me. I cannot err. I cannot be imperfect. I am simply perfect. Now, you've seen the differences between self-love and narcissism. Do you see how different they are? Whereas one is about accepting yourself with love, with compassion. The other is about rejecting others, believing that you're only perfect, nothing else, no one else matters, no one else is of importance. Self-love does not focus on that. It only focuses on nurturing you, on believing that you are important, while others are also important. It's the opposite of self-sacrifice, where you believe only others are important and you're completely not important. It's the middle path between being completely narcissistic and saying only I'm important, and being self-sacrificial and saying I'm not important, only others are important. Self-love says I'm important and others are important. You connect with your own feelings to connect with others. And this is how you build a beautiful, healthy relationship with others. I hope after this video, you will be convinced that self-love is not the same as narcissism.